I'm Tony Sklar with bnetTV. We are here at the Small Cells Global Congress in Berlin. I am speaking with Qualcomm's Mr. Eduardo Esteves. How are you today, sir?
Very good. Thank you.
Excellent. For all of the people out there in bnetTV land, why don't you give us a brief overview of what you're speaking about and what Qualcomm's position is here at the Small Cell Global Congress?
So my topic tomorrow is about how the operators will be able to increase their network capacity to be able to cope with the increased traffic demand. In fact, the title of my presentation is Road to 1,000x increase in capacity, network capacity, and innovative ways to achieve this goal. So it's basically talking about two different innovations that we're working at Qualcomm research. One is how to allow operators to deploy small cells in a more ubiquitous way and leveraging an indoor to outdoor deployment. So basically allowing small cells to be deployed indoors, leveraging existing DSL cable modem backhauls. So that will reduce the cost of deploying a very dense small cell network. And the other topic that I'm going to be speaking about is how to access new spectrum, which also is a very important component of this road to 1,000x capacity increase. So one innovative way of accessing new spectrum is what we call authorized shared access, which is a way to unlock some available spectrum that is being used or rarely used by their primary incumbents. So for instance, military and basically defense kind of use. So we're actually been working with the regulatory agencies to allow them to introduce this innovative way of deploying, of allowing access to spectrum in a secondary basis for the operators to use for small cells.
So Eduardo, let me back up here for a second and give me some use cases in each one of the sort of areas where there are still challenges that need to be overcome and what Qualcomm's doing to help overcome those challenges, because this is just one area of the ecosystem which is getting expansion within a particular portion of the backhaul. There's many different technologies when it comes to, the backhaul ecosystem. So the small cells makes up one portion of that. In Qualcomm's position, what are some of these use cases that you're looking at and the challenges in particular that exist?
Yeah, so very well. In fact, backhaul is a key challenge for small cell deployment. So, being able to bring the appropriate backhaul to the particular site where you want to deploy the small cell is a very important topic. So there are multiple ways of doing that. Of course, in many areas, you maybe have access to fiber or to a wired kind of a backhaul, which is very desirable. But in other cases, is not very likely that you have access for that. So wireless backhaul is a good solution. And we at Qualcomm, we actually have a product solution that enable operators to deploy wireless backhaul. So we have silicon, so chipset solutions for that kind of environment. So it's a LTE kind of a based wireless backhaul solution that can be deployed in various frequency bands, in 60 gigahertz, 80 gigahertz, and sub 6 gigahertz. So a variety of different bands that can be used for this kind of a wireless backhaul solutions. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the other innovation is basically enabling very small cells to be deployed indoors. And then that's another way of leveraging existing wireline backhaul available inside the buildings, like whether it's DSL or cable modem. So that's kind of how we're approaching this area of enabling a variety of different backhaul solutions for small cells.
Eduardo, thanks very much for taking the opportunity to speak with us. I hope we get a chance for an update from Qualcomm again in the future.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I've been speaking with Mr. Eduardo Esteves from Qualcomm here at the Small Cell Global Congress in Berlin. I am Tony Sklar with bnetTV.